art here or something. Hold on a second. Let me find this. Find a nice piece of art.
La 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 ya. La 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 la.
All right, the Patreon stream's gonna start soon. I'll be back in a second. it's time to work on the next page. Maybe I'll have a little bit of this little hard cider. Oh, it is, isn't it? Let's switch to the Nightbot playlist now. I hope that playing music from Brain Powered is not going to be a problem. It probably doesn't matter. Well, I mean, like on YouTube, the music is like not such a big deal. It's much more strict about playing clips from things. Doesn't like clips from things to be played. And then those have to be edited out. But if there's a song in there, which seems more rare, you can actually just edit the song out. And in fact, in some cases, you can just like take the song out while it can take the song out while leaving the talking in. So it's pretty insane, the technology on YouTube. The Twitch is so backwards compared to what YouTube can do. But it is more strict about video clips. All right. Skills, how are you doing today? Duocule! Oh, you got the Final Fantasy XI alert.
Duocule has subscribed.
Duocule.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Duocule. Skittles, don't you think you're kind of going a little bit crazy with the come on, bruh? Like, you're not even saying words anymore. It's like you're trying to commute. You're becoming Sir John Nipples. All your communication is entirely through just that one face. There you go. What about that? Come on, bro. That's true, you do. How do you feel about music from The Hobbit? What's causing this shadow here? Is it the camera? Or is that my phone? I just want to see the camera, but I can't do anything about that. Let me try it. Wait a second, a little bit. Ah, it's still there. I don't know. It's probably because the light is right above. Can't really be helped. Well, okay. I gotta draw art. Okay, guys, it's art drawing time. Duocule. Hey, Duocule, have you heard from your friend Monocule? What's he up to? Duocule. Let me know. How are you guys doing today? I just ate a cake, so I feel a little heavy. But I'm feeling okay. I ate Chinese food. I ate a noodle soup, and I had cake. It was, you know, after helping a friend move for a few hours, it was a time of feasting. Time of decadence. But it was good. It was good times. Sometimes there are good times. Sometimes there are bad times. But in the good times, there are bad times. And in the bad times, there are also good times. And these are the times. These are the times of our lives. Welcome to the Flipsider stream. What if I try to talk more like that from now on? What do you guys think? This kind of seems to go with the song. Long Linux boot time. Oh, sorry, dude. Well, what seems to be the problem? Is your Linux been hacked? By evil, like, anti-Linux terrorists? Or what? I mean, that seems to be the most obvious thing it could be. I'm going to draw a bearded old man now. Let's see. Let me look at the screen. Wait a second. Wait, where's the other one? No need for glasses. I don't need glasses when I'm drawing. It doesn't really help with anything in particular. What do I do with the... What do I do with the rest of the script pages? Is it here? Wait, where's the one for this? Skittles, you take it again. I feel like I just had it. Oh, wait, is it over here? Oh, yeah, I should probably take that down. Good point, Monocule. Well, I was still kind of starting soon, and now I'm starting now. Now I'm starting now. Oh, this is good music, right? That shadow right there is really annoying, but like it must be from the webcam. It's from the webcam. How can I? Is there a different angle where you can get less of it? Let's see. It is. Certainly, I mean, maybe if I kind of. No matter what I do, it's there. Even if I did this, it's still there. A little bit less. But then it's like... Oh well. Maybe helps. Well, it can't be helped. I probably need to also change the title of the stream. Hold on, let me check. May as well change that to now to Patreon stream 77. Take out the eating food part. Done. Okay. Oh, wait. It should also not say food. It should say art now. Okay. There we go. Now everything's good. Do you guys like Chrono Trigger music? Chrono Trigger. It's not too loud, right? It should be fine. He has never seen it before. Well, Duokule, you're very smart. You're very wise being. Perhaps you should advise this Monocule. This Monocule who is, you know, he means well. He tries hard, but yet his compared to your wisdom and expertise, he can be a bit foolish at times, Has he asked you for help, Duokule? It sounds like, maybe you could help him out. You know what's going on. Sometimes I wish I had a Duokule to give me advice. I ate a lot of food. I mean, but to be fair, I hadn't really eaten all day. So I thought I should have an extra big Chinese meal. And it was very good. So it was worth it. But I feel very happy now. Look, it's Monocule! Duokule, it's your friend Monocule. He's here too. I've never seen Duokule and Monocule in the same room before. I was kind of wondering if it was like a Clark Kent Superman situation. You know what I just watched with my wife last night? Because we've been watching the Superman movies. We just watched Superman 3. You guys seen Superman 3 in a while? It is something else. Firmware. You always gotta update your firmware. Skittles, how about you? Is your Linux going? How's everything with your Linux, Skittles? How do you guys feel about Superman 3? Oh, we have a quote for Superman 3. I love stuff now that was scary to me as a kid, like Superman 3. I do. Probably also like Neverending Story a little bit, you know? That's one that like everybody knows. Neverending Story and I don't know, yeah. What were the other examples again? I know like some people had like what was that? Like what was that called? That horror thing for kids. Goosebumps? There was some Goosebumps thing. Ryan, see that? Movie Poltergeist. Like it's an actual legitimate horror movie, but yet I watched it as a kid, and the scene where like the dude's ripping his face off. Oh, you know what else? Like Indiana Jones: Raiders of the Lost Ark. I watched that as a kid, which is not really a kid's movie, but you know, like the scene where he fights the dude, the big muscle dude, and then the muscle dude gets torn apart by the helicopter blades. I've mentioned this on stream before, but I always used to turn away, so I never realized that you never see anything. I thought it was like all graphic, bloody explosion, which, you know, I wish it was because it'd be awesome, but it is not. Let me know if the music gets too loud. It could be a bit too loud now. I feel like it could be a bit too loud. Oh, you guys are so polite to each other. So cordial. Most cordiality. Apparently too loud. Well, better than too quiet. Right, Skittles? I turned it down a bit. Turn it down. Do you guys like old men with beards? How do you feel about that? Tell me the truth. It'd be good if I can get some buffer pages done. Oh, I got a convention to go to this week, and I got to go to Tennessee to go sell books. I hope it goes okay. It was kind of a mediocre convention, but I thought it would be worth going back to try. Not too far. Alright, now we got a quote about old men and beards. That's good. So we got that covered. What else? What else do we need? Exactly, mediocre con. No, it's called a Kai Con. But yeah, it is mediocre con. But you know, I don't know. You never know. It could be better this year. And then next weekend I have a local con, Anime Midwest, that I don't have a table at. I never get a table for that one. I always just go and get one at the show. So hopefully you can continue to do that. All right, Monocule, I'll be here drawing stuff. Okay, so you pencil bits. Here's you get ink it now. Or I could go ahead and pencil the next page. You know what? I'll ink this first and then I'll start. Shark Warp. Shark Warp? What? Skittles, Monocule. Oh man, Monocule picked a bad time to leave. He missed it. Skittles is here though. I hope Mr. Lee. It's the Legend of Shark Warp. Guys, everyone, get excited. The legendary warp of the shark is here. Everyone, stop what they're doing right now and pay all your attention to Shark Warp. There is nothing else that matters now. Only Shark Warp. Shark Warp. I have thousands of listeners right now. Very, very interested in what you have to say. Tell us, what is new in the world of Shark Warp? Give us the latest warps of Shark. Once in a blue moon. I like to call it a Shark Moon. I think, because that expression is old. We need to spruce it up a bit. It's a Shark Moon now. The appearance of the great warp of Shark. Shark Warp, when you appear here, do you actually appear out of a warp? As if, you know, like you're playing a video game and you warped here, right? Damn, you should get a candle tattoo on your back so I can blow it out. But just don't forget to say the damn. Because that's what ties it all together, right? Imagine if you said that without the damn. Probably get face slapped. But with the damn, chicks love it. Right? Don't you think so? They dig it. They dig it. Right, Shark Warp? The warp of Shark. Chicks, exactly, they love your damn. Especially yours, of course. Shark Warp. Do you believe that sharks can warp? And if so, what are the implications for our national security? You like Saturn. Oh, Shark Warp. I'm sorry if you just got here because you did miss me eating cake. I was eating cake earlier, and now my stomach is full of cake, and I've got cake heaviness. Shark Warp, how many cakes could you eat before you got heavy? Being like a natural shark. Alright, Shark Warp! We'll miss you! Bye, Shark Warp! Shark Warp, did you know I'm married? Look, I have a ring. I'm married now, Shark Warp. Just be aware of that as you leave here today. Someday, maybe we'll introduce my wife to the legendary Shark Warp. It's probably the single thing that will be the most exciting to her about moving to America, I think. Monocule is now unlurked. Yeah, I've got a beard. They removed some of my intestines. I'm married. I have glasses. And my brain is shrunk. So many things have changed in my life. I've played additional Game Boy games that I hadn't played before. So I got that going for me. Well, at least I said it, Skittle. At least I said it. Oh! Pretty soon I'll be going to the Philippines for a third time. I can't wait to eat more fruit, pork, and baby ducks. Or baby chickens. You know that. Alright, Skittles. Yeah. Go eat something. Maybe like a baby chicken. You know? Something like that. Something good. You do that. Exactly. It's on the podium, as we say. Here in America, that's what we say. Oh, but I do feel like I probably ate a bit too much. I hope I survive. I will. She'll be very excited about that, Skills, because a medal is a medal. Speaking of metal, this thing's made of metal. Isn't this the metal that really matters? And it's gold. The gold medal. I have been to the Philippines. I got a wife. Got a wife. Ate a lot of baby ducks and chickens. They were consumed by me. And I feel good about it. Oh boy. I'm gonna eat so much delicious food when I go back to the... Oh, Philippines is... I like the Philippines. Place of devouring food. But I guess you can eat a lot of good food in America. Not bad. You can even find Filipino food. You would. Gizmo, what's your favorite kind of Filipino food? I haven't quite, Oh, look at those. Oh, you got some Marty.zone emotes. Look at that. Nice. That's a good one. Yeah, I like Marty.zone stream. He's a good one. Stream some good stuff. The Marty.zone. Marty.zone. You never had anything? Gizmo, you got to get to Jollibee. Gizmo, go out right now to your local Jollibee and go get yourself some spicy chicken and gravy. Or a Yum Burger. Doesn't that sound good? They have ube pies. Oh, subscriber gift. Whoa, nice. Because I probably like rated there one time and you just got gifted. There you go. Don't say that this stream has never given you anything. Right. 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 It's good. But it seems like a funny dude, that Marty.zone. Guys, let's talk about other streamers. It was good. It was good. It was a good stream. I heard this Flipsider guy's an idiot. Is that true? That exists in Portugal? Ah, in Portugal. Really? What do you guys have in Portugal? Do you have, like, Chinese food? Do you got, like, Indian food? What do you got? You get it. What do you have? Do you have Japanese food? Do you have sushi? I mean, it's not that easy to find even in America. Oh, wow. Monocule. I didn't realize you were so special. Well, I mean, I did know that. I knew you were special. I just didn't know you were that special. Well, that's very special. Okay, let me tape this down. Oh, this thing is like so. Whoops, that is not supposed to be like that. That's how it's supposed to be. Let me tape it so that it's not moving around so much. Chinese, Japanese, Indian, Mexican, a lot of Brazilian. Brazilian. What's some good Brazilian food I could get? Portuguese food is the best. What's the best Portuguese food? What's some good Portuguese food? You know, I don't know if I've had enough Portuguese food. What's some good ones? Well, tell us about Portugal. We need to learn. We're not cultured enough. Give us your culture. You know what? Culture really just means food, right? Because I just want to eat all the food. I don't really care about any other stuff. I just want to eat all your food. Don't you think that's what culture really is, right? All kinds of great food? Like what? What's the best? Give me some. I've probably had some before. I just don't remember what it is. Is it adjacent to Spanish food? Spanish? Seafood that you're not into, unless it's fish. I feel like most seafood is fish. You know, aside from like, you know, shellfish. But shellfish is like a fish too, kind of, because it's in the name. Which, you know, I like all of that. I mean, I'm not so much into raw oysters or snails, but most of it I like. Like all of that. I like I will eat everything. I'll even eat deep fried whole baby ducks. So I'll eat like chicken embryos, as they love in the Philippines. So basically, I'll eat anything. Well, you know, maybe not anything. I will eat a lot. Little Pig, we've had it here too. Little Pig. Do you mean like like the Spanish? I was watching some video about the Spanish lechon, because like Philippines have lechon. They love lechon. But their version is, like a lot of their stuff, is derived from the Spanish lechon. But the Spanish lechon is like, apparently, baby pigs that are roasted in an oven. Whereas the Filipino is like more like adult pigs roasted in an oven. Leitao. Leitao. And is that like just a pig roasted in an oven? Do you stuff it with lemongrass also? That's what the Filipinos do. It's very good. Stuff the pig full of lemongrass and then just stick it in an oven for 12 hours, and it becomes the prime form of pig meat. Leitao is smaller pig. So I see. And is that your favorite? What's your favorite? Because lechon is pretty amazing. But I realized that the one that I really like, the reason why I really went crazy for lechon is because we initially had it in the lechon area, the lechon area, in the Philippines, in the Mall of Asia. And it was a specific kind of lechon that had a chili garlic labuyo, which is just like a or like a marinade or something. And that chili garlic, that might be actually, that was the part, you know, I'm a big fan of chili garlic. It's my new favorite condiment in the world. Chili garlic is the best. Nothing can beat chili garlic. It's the best. So that had a lot to do with it. But, you know, lechon is very delicious because of the, or Filipino lechon is the only one I've had. Because it's very tender meat and it's got that lemongrassy flavor. And it's very, very delicious. What, I would like to eat a leitao? I want to eat all the baby animals. Is that so wrong? And once I've eaten the baby animals, I'll wash it down with this Yaddle dry hard cider. See, I'm not a monster. Oh boy. Portugal. Cool. Hey Gizmo, do you watch any Portuguese streamers? Out of curiosity. Well, music is reminding me I really want to replay Star Ocean 2. I really want to replay it. Really do. Bacalhau Agomsa. Salt cod, potatoes, onions, eggs, olives, and olive oil. Is that like a casserole? Is all that stuff just kind of mixed together? So you got fish, potato, you got fish and vegetables and eggs. I'm not really big on eggs though, but it sounds like it could be pretty. I'm sure it could be pretty good. Yeah, Star Ocean. Well, I've only actually ever played Star Ocean 2. Star Ocean 1 on the Super Nintendo. I really want to play that as well, and I want to give the other Star Ocean games a chance. I mean, the other ones that look really good is 1 and 3. 1 on the Super Nintendo and then 3 on the PS2 look really good. The newer ones, like starting from Star Ocean 4, I don't know. They tend to get much more negative reviews from people, but I'm curious about them. Maybe I want to try them. But Star Ocean 2 is like one of the best RPGs on PS1, and that's saying a lot. But it really is. It's amazing. It has an amazing soundtrack. It's just an amazing game. And I've played it multiple times, but I really want to play it again. Never streamed it. The last time I played it was probably like just before I started streaming. Oh, so many games. Monocule, you should play Star Ocean, but maybe you can just simply watch me play it, and then you can live vicariously through me. Streamer Man. I'll play it for you guys. I don't know when, you know, eventually, someday. Standard Portuguese food, get Mediterranean. Ah, yes, Mediterranean. I see. You like simple things. Well, sounds like your favorite is a standard food though. And many eat. Barely watch anything in Portuguese. I see. Why is that? Just not a lot of things, not a lot of choices, not a lot of things that. I mean, I barely watch anything I barely watch any show that comes from America either. That's recent. I watch older stuff. A lot of good older stuff. You'd probably not watch. Oh, really? Because you really want to play yourself, so you don't want to get spoiled, huh? Well, maybe by the time I get around to it, you will have played it already. And won't that be nice? I mean, it could be a while. It's hard. I don't know. Like, before I play that on stream, I've got some Nintendo RPGs to play. You know, Megami Tensei 2, Final Fantasy 3. And I'll probably will have streamed Persona 1 and Persona 2. Persona 1 and Persona 2 were like the highest priority. I have to definitely stream those at some point because I just love those games so much. But I also love Star Ocean 2. But I don't know. Maybe I would want to play Star Ocean 1 first. Yeah, Snatcher. I've streamed Snatcher before though. Snatcher's amazing. Although it'd be interesting to like do one of the Japanese computer like PC98 versions of Snatcher for MSX. That might be good. Speaking of Persona, the song from the remake of Persona 1, very good song. The original intro is better, but still, I like the Shogun German. You probably don't care about being spoiled in Persona, I bet. Not a lot of people very excited to play through the first two Personas, especially Persona 1. But it's an amazing game if you can get past like the ridiculous loading time, very slow battle system. So if nobody else is gonna stream it, I'll just have to do it. I'll have to do it. I played the Sega CD version. It's the most accessible version. I don't know. Do you remember my stream of that? It wasn't that long ago. It was probably like 3 years ago. I want to say the Snatcher stream. It was around Christmas. Yeah, you did a full playthrough of it. It was good. Very, very, very good game. Very, very, very good, of course. That's the only version you can easily play in English. I don't know if there's like a fan translation of any other versions. But we could always just like play through in Japanese, maybe. A lot of people around the world get exposed to all kinds of American content because there's so much of it, I guess. In the Philippines, they watch a lot of American. They consume a lot of. But my wife was getting into just more watching Korean stuff. I think that's taken over too. Wouldn't listen to Portuguese music. Well, I mean, I don't know how it is in Portugal, but in America, I feel like people don't really listen to music anymore in America, so they get all period. Or at least, you know, music's not such a big thing here anymore. Kind of went down, like, you know, it doesn't seem like young people generally listen to music that much. At least not as much as it's more of a niche, very niche thing. Brazilian YouTube videos. Whether what that's just like kids here, they're watching a lot of, you know, YouTube here as well. The kids everywhere watch a lot of YouTube. Very addictive, that YouTube. Speaking with a Brazilian accent, even though they're Portuguese. Oh, I see. That's funny. Wow, interesting. That's okay, Monocule. We can go back and forth between the two. Huh. Oh boy, I do feel like right now I've got that you ate too much feeling. Can I even keep talking? Gotta keep talking, gotta keep drawing. Must continue to produce content. Dude, it's getting hot in here, though. I need the air conditioner to be turned up. Oh, speaking of Persona 2 music. Oh. I'm just gonna take my shirt off. Doesn't matter, I can do that now. You can't even tell. It's too hot. Oh, what's that skull in the middle? Look at that. Monocule's got a Duke Donut skull. Look at that skull. His skull's pretty funky. Look at his skull veins. Wow. Well, that's interesting, Gizmo. Huh? I don't know a lot about Portugal. It sounds like you got a YouTube invasion. We have that here in America. That must be all over the world. You know, my wife in the Philippines, and, you know, seemingly all young Filipinos watch TikTok all the time. So, the new media's taken over. It's new media. It's just how it is. Not that I need to watch it or anything. I have no interest in TikTok. It just seems stupid. Seems stupid. It's, you know, it's very it's whatever. It's just, you know, it's very disposable entertainment. I can see why so many people are so addicted to it. But it is very disposable, just like fast food entertainment that is entertaining. You watch it and then you forget about it, except for the really stupid things. Oh. Yep. Whatever. I got my own media. Oh, I feel like I need to belch. Oh, it was a good cake. Did you guys see that mango pomelo cake I ate at the beginning of the stream? It was good. I think Gizmo saw it. He was here. Wait a second. Oh yeah, Racing Lagoon music. Let's play that. When am I gonna ever play Racing Lagoon, guys? When will I play Racing Lagoon? That's the question. Because it seems pretty cool. Classic Square game, it's got Classic Square soundtrack? I gotta play that! I gotta play that! When am I gonna play that? Man. I mean, video games must be played, you know? Monocule, what do you think I should be playing next? Monocule and Gizmo, what games do you think I should be playing next? What would you like to see me play next? Maybe like next month. Perfect Dark? I mean, well, for Game Boy, yeah, I mean, not necessarily for Game Boy. Just in general. Game Boy, you know, like, I wanted to, sports games for that. There are some sports games I would play. Like some funny or interesting ones. Play Zone of Enders. Yeah. I should play Zone of the Enders. It's true. Half-Life. I could do Half-Life. Well, I'm gonna have to... Like, the next couple streams will be Game Boy. I wanted to do that Frog for Whom the Bells Tolls, but I didn't realize that was an RPG. And it'll probably take at least 10 plus hours to play through, so I don't think I'm going to be able to fit that one in. The Saga games I'm going to have to put off as well. So, the last maybe 2 Game Boy streams, you know, I don't know, it'll probably be like Battletoads and Wizards and Warriors, something like that. Oh, and Super Mario Land I have to play. Gotta play that. FIFA 25. Is that like the recent? Why would I play the recent FIFA though? You really want to see that? Yeah, good evening, Productus. Sorry, I have kind of I ate too much food. And I feel very heavy right now. But I'm still drawing. Still drawing drawings. I'm kind of drunk on Chinese food and cake. Oh. Sure. Well, Monocule, like, I remember you wanted me to play through Shining the Holy Ark, which we did. And that was a good time. And I would do more Shining games at some point. Shining the Holy Ark was very good. But, you know, I don't know. I kind of got to get, like, I've got these projects I gotta... Well, we finished Sheeran the Wanderer, so that's good. I might play more Sheeran. But, you know, not right away. We've got to hurry up and finish UFO 50. Because I genuinely want to play the rest of the UFO 50 games. That probably won't take too long. And we gotta do more Flip Pen. That was a fun one. Yeah, that game was a fun one. 3DO game got translated. Which one? I wanna, on the 3DO, I was thinking, yeah, I wanna do 3DO games at some point. Like, a week or two of 3DO games would be really fun. I wanna play that Lucien's Quest, which is like unique Japanese RPG that's on 3DO only, exclusive. Belzerion, yeah, Belzerion, and then I think there's another like weird horror game called Dr. Hauser. Is that 3DO exclusive? Something like that. Yeah, Phantasy Star 2, that's true. I do definitely want to play the rest of the Phantasy Stars as well. That's true. Phantasy Star. Definitely want to do that. Belzerion. Definitely Belzerion. I've heard a lot about Belzerion. Definitely Belzerion. Well, you know, I have played Lunar the Silver Star. I've played just the first Lunar. I never got around to the second one. But it was a long time ago. I used to own that on PS1, if I remember correctly. Monocule, you're the one that bought... Were you the one that bought my copy of that game? I think it might have been you. But yeah, I used to own that, and I played it way back in the day when it first came out from Working Designs. I never played the Sega CD one. I've only played the PS1 remake. And it would be interesting to, like, go back and play the Sega CD version of the game as well. And I really got to play Lunar Eternal Blue, which seems like an amazing game. Yeah. Those would also be great to play, for sure. Oh man, if only I could be a full-time streamer. Not to go to conventions and just, like, stream as much as the crazy streamers do. That'd be nice. Lunar Eternal Blue, yeah, Lunar Eternal Blue, it does seem amazing. Based on everything I've read about it and heard about it, it seems amazing. I don't know if I would play the Sega CD original or the PS1. PS1 remakes seem quite good. I've got to learn more about the differences between them. But I did really like the PS1 version of Silver Story, which is what that's the way I played it back in the day, because Sega CD one was not as available to me. Oh, Alundra is what you purchased. So, maybe it's like one of Jennifer's friends that bought my copy of Lunar. Look to somebody. I see. Okay. Alright. Let's ink the bottom portion. We can work on another page. Hey, Colic, what's up? It's another art stream. I remembered that I needed to do my art stream for this month, so we're doing that tonight. And then hopefully, if I can fit it in, I hope so, tomorrow more Game Boy. And then and then convention, and then next Monday would be the last Game Boy stream. And then we'll probably go back to UFO 50. See if we can. I need to get that game finished with before I go to Philippines for the third time. If I go back to the Philippines again and I still haven't finished UFO 50, it's going to be kind of ridiculous, you know? Although I spent like 3 months not playing it at all, so why? But I still remember when I went to the Philippines, you know, in February of this year. I was like thinking about Campanella 2 the whole time because that's what I was in the middle of playing. I streamed Campanella 2 and Valbrace from the Philippines. Did you guys better in Sega CD? You had it Charm. This one version or not? Oh, really, really? Okay. Is there anything more you could tell me about that? Like, is the music different? Well, I mean, I don't really know if that's the case or not, but I am really curious to try the original Sega CD version for sure. And it would make sense since the last time I played it was PS1. I gotta watch some videos to like bring myself up to speed on what the differences are. You don't think they changed the music? Don't recall the differences? You get the PS1 version of Game Boy Advance, and now you guess you got the Switch one. Well, I don't know. Like, I'd have to like watch a video and just try to see for myself. Music was changed. Much better Sega CD. I definitely don't trust any sort of remastered thing that comes out these days. Just don't trust it. Wouldn't play that. But like a remaster that comes out in the 90s is sort of just fundamentally different. That could still be good to me. But still, you know, it's like I'm so curious about. I mean, I remember hearing all about the the Sega CD versions. Yeah, it's expensive. Well, I would just emulate it. It's not to worry about that. I mean, I used to own the Lunar Silver Story on PS1. I used to own it on PS1, and I think I sold it to somebody for like $100 or something like that. I think, I don't know, it was something like that, in the range of 100. Because, you know, I don't really need it. I can easily play it. I don't need the disc. I wouldn't even use the disc. I would just like play an emulated version anyway because it's like easier, even if I owned it. All 7 disc variants. there's 7 of them. Like to watch the movie? Yeah, I had the collector's box as well, as a matter of fact. I had that. I sold it. I don't have it anymore. I still have some of my PS1 games, but I fully intended to sell them all someday because I figured there's just no reason to hang on to them. I don't need them for any practical reason. I mean, admittedly, it would be cool. When you get around to playing it, it would be cool to have it just show on screen. Like, check it out, it's the boxed copy. It's cool. But it's fine, I don't really need that. Although, you know, maybe I should try to get around to playing Persona 1 and 2 while I still own the disc copies and then sell them afterwards. Yeah, that's right. Prices. Some things it's the case. But it doesn't stop me from playing. It doesn't stop us from playing. You can always play it. You don't need to own it. Which is sure is nice. It's a good thing that's the case. Yeah, those collector editions of the PS1 versions were very nice. Like, you know, Working Designs gets very maligned for its bad localizations, you know. Some cases it does deserve it. But they were ahead of the curve on like these like very robust collector's editions that had like all this cool stuff in them. Well, I mean, you know, like a lot of the times these collector edition is just kind of like a bunch of nonsense. I don't know. It felt really cool back in the day to be like getting like a cloth map and all this extra stuff, like a fully colored art book, and it's like a big thing. And it was cool. It was exciting, and it's not really like it's not the same now because like you don't get the game. Like it's just. I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually know. But it doesn't seem like it's the same. You don't even get the game in the physical edition anymore. You just get an empty box. I don't know. Panzer Dragoon Saga. Yes, I do need to play that. I mean, I fully intend to play that too. I've considered playing that before in stream. I want to play that. Panzer Dragoon Saga. That's what I've been thinking, Monocule. It's time to sell. Yeah, Nicodemus. What's up, Nicodemus? How's it going? It is welcome to art. I'm arting right now. It's the art stream. The monthly art stream is happening. And we're talking about games as usual. Because that's what we like to do. We're just a bunch of game nuts around here. You guys like Rusty on the PC 98? I do. I've played it. It was good. At least I played that. At least I played Rusty. You know? I got that going for me. Mint complete. Wow. Thanks, Nicodemus. Thank you. I try. Dude, Rusty's a really good game, by the way. I guess retro prices... I mean, I guess the prices are always just going to keep going up, right? Well, that's not true. As long as the people for whom these games were their childhood or formative years, or the people who like value these games are still alive, prices will go up. Once they die out, probably go down again. Maybe. Although there, there could be stuff that always retains its value, but yeah, I don't know. Right now could be a good time to sell. Prices might keep going up because stuff is not going to get less rare, but it might get less valued. You never know. I kind of want to sell... My PS1 stuff is the oldest stuff I have. I don't even have any of my NES or Super Nintendo games anymore. That stuff's like all gone. And I didn't get any money for it either. It was like, I don't know what even happened to it. It just given away or something. Real shame. But I got some money for some of my PS1 games. They got some PS2 games with value as well I should sell. Or maybe I should hold on to them for a little while and then sell them. Yeah, Soul Blazer. I love Soul Blazer. I've played it multiple times, but never streamed it. I should stream it, shouldn't I? Another game that I should stream. It is Soul Blazer, of course. Or Soul Blader, if you want to be really cool. That's awesome. But I still have never played Illusion of Gaia or Terranigma, so I gotta play those. Played ActRaiser 1 and 2 and Soul Blazer, and what was the other one? Played those. Soul Blazer is awesome. I would enjoy replaying it. ActRaiser 1 and 2 I streamed like at the very beginning of my streaming career. One of the first games I streamed was ActRaiser 1 and 2 back in 2014. I thought about re-streaming them for my 10th anniversary, but I didn't do those particular games. But maybe on the 20th anniversary, I'll replay ActRaiser 1 and 2. I should stream Soul Blazer. Never streamed it. It's such a good game. I should try Illusion of Gaia and Terranigma finally one of these days. Because they look good. Soul Blazer Randomizer? Yeah, I mean, unless it's a game I really, 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 really love. And pretty much the only game that I can think of where it might interest me would be Umihara Kawase. Otherwise, I don't know about randomizers. I'd rather just play the original, I just want to play the original games and play other original, there's too many games I want to play. I don't have time to, randomizers take too much time. Oh, Kale the Flying Dragon, yeah, I want to play that too. I remember that coming out, I remember like seeing the art for that in magazines and stuff. Alright, finish this page. Finish the page. Sheeran Randomizer. Good one. Sheeran is the Sheeran Randomizer. Yeah. I've been playing that for 40 hours. It's good. Alright. Let's work on a new page. My pencil. Look, a script. Alright. More Persona music. Guys, do you like Persona 2 music? Who's really cool that likes Persona 2 music? If you're really cool, I mean, if you're pretty cool, you like Persona 3 through 5, but if you're really cool, you like Persona 1 and 2. Oh, this song's so good. For the rumor store, the rumor agency. When they spread rumors, they become true in the world of Persona 2. You just have to spread rumors and they become true. Such a good concept for a game. Oh, one of these days I'm definitely going to stream this game, and maybe not too long in the future, I swear. No Persona games? Well, I'm the opposite of you, Colic. I've played all of them. I played all the mainline games. I actually have not played Innocent Sin, which is one of the Persona 2s, but I played Eternal Punishment, the one that came out in America originally. Innocent Sin has a localization. It has a fan translation now, and it has an official localization on PSP. But I don't want to play the PSP version. I want to play the original PS1 version. So I will definitely play that fan translation at some point. That would be really good to play after I replay Persona 1. But I want to do a full mega playthrough of Persona 1 where we play both storylines. We play the original storyline and we do the Snow Queen quest. But that would be a big undertaking that would take like 100 plus hours. And I'm such a crazed Persona 1 fan that, see, Persona 1 is an insane game. It is, you know, a lot of people don't like Persona 1 because it's played with loading time. But it's like got such an amazing atmosphere. It's got one of the coolest atmospheres of any RPG, period. I just love it. This is one of the coolest RPGs. So, you know, and it's kind of hardcore old school dungeon crawler in a lot of ways. And the localization is very goofy and weird, so there's a guy working on a retranslation of it, but who knows when he'll ever finish that. I was kind of waiting to see if he would. I might just not wait. I might just play the original. But, yeah, so the normal, like the straight up normal story of the game, you play through this storyline where the world gets, like, it gets changed. And it's like, it's almost like a Twilight. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say. I shouldn't even spoil the basic, because the basic concept of the game, as you're playing through it, is a surprise. You don't even know what's going on until like a lot later in the game. Like, but basically, like the world gets invaded by demons, and then like the world just does like a total change where like everything's different, and you don't know why, but then you find out why, and it's pretty interesting. It's a really cool storyline. It's got an amazing atmosphere, but it has a slow battle system with long loading times. But that's not going to stop me from streaming both storylines. The game had it has a full hidden storyline, which is like its own full RPG called the Snow Queen Quest. When they brought the game over to America, they famously like just cut that out because there's going to be too much localization time or whatever. So you can still play it. The original PS1 version, I played the Snow Queen Quest using a Game Genie code where the story, like all the cutscenes and like dialogue boxes are just garbled because they never translated it. It's not even Japanese, it's just like garbled. So you couldn't even, yeah. But I played through the whole game that way. And I'll do it again. Or maybe we'll play the Japanese version. Maybe we'll, oh dude, what if we play the original American weird localization first for the normal quest, and then we do the Japanese version of the Snow Queen Quest since you can't play it in English anyway. You can play it in English in the PSP version, but that's worthless. We cannot play the PSP version because it does not have the proper soundtrack, so it cannot be played. It can't. I like the soundtrack, but you cannot play that version. It cannot be played. It reduces loading time. It speeds up the battles, but it cannot be played, period. Unplayable. It's an unplayable remaster. We must play the PS1 version only. So I'm playing that. I am playing that. At some point, I'm committed to fully to streaming that. I don't care if I'm the only one that, like, cares. Hopefully some other people can care or will like it. Oh, Monica, you missed your Sega CD collection. Well, game collections are cool. But I've learned to sort of let go of my sentimentality a little bit when it comes to these things. You know, we're all going to die eventually, and it's going to all turn to dust. You know, you can't get too attached, I think. I mean, what really matters? You know, having a bunch of games in, like, a box and because you've collected them and you own them? Or not owning them, but just playing them. I think just playing them is what really matters. That's how you truly love and enjoy the games. Just having them in the box, I think. Horrible games that you played on mute. Hell no, dude. All the Game Boy games you played have such good music. But, I mean, it's not like they didn't put effort into the Persona 1 PSP soundtrack. Like, so the original soundtrack was done by a different team. It's very different from the modern Persona games, which are all Shoji Meguro soundtracks. And they've got that very distinct sort of J-pop sound to them. Distinctive Shoji Meguro. Like, I love his music. His music is amazing. He pretty much makes the best modern video game soundtracks, period. There's nothing better. Except arguably maybe Nier Automata and like the Danganronpa games, but even then probably Shoji Meguro does the best stuff as far as modern game soundtracks. But even so, his and the music he did for the Persona 1 PSP is really cool. And I even just played a song from it on my... There was a song that played there. But it's not that soundtrack just isn't, it doesn't work for that game. It needs the original soundtrack. Plus, like, although the Shoji Meguro does contribute some really cool songs to that soundtrack. Like the intro song, the battle themes are good, but there's so much like atmosphere music of going around the town, going to different locations. In the original game, like all these locations had their own distinct, unique music. Like every character had their own character theme, and like all of that was like just chopped out of the PSP version. Like all the cutscenes in the PSP version have like one song. They like replaced all the different like emotional music of the original version with like one song, because it's like a much more limited soundtrack. There's no character themes. There's less music shared among the dungeons. It's just an inferior soundtrack. No, so that's why you gotta play the original PS1 version. I don't care about loading times. Use a speed up key if you have to. But you gotta play the PS1 version. But we will not be using any speed up keys. We're gonna sit through all the loading times as we do a full 100-hour playthrough of PS1 Persona as God intended. That's what we're gonna do. And you guys are gonna like it! You're gonna like it! Mark my words. Hope you like it. I'm gonna like it. That's the important thing. I really need to replay those games. There's time. It's time for me to replay those. It would just be... It would make me so happy to replay those games. But I gotta do it. How do you guys feel about Sonic 06? Did you know that this music here comes from Sonic 06? By the way, it's really good, isn't it? Sonic 06 has got really good music. Really good music. There's like, I think there's like a fan project to fix Sonic 06, fix all the bugs and like make it more playable or whatever. I think it's called Project 06. If you want to look it up. And like I've even heard people say that like, oh man, Project 06 is a really good game. It just goes to show though that like there's a lot of good things about Sonic 06. It's like it's like one of the most famously broken, unfinished games, but there's a lot of good things about it. There's a really good game, and if you can get past the brokenness of it, which I can, it's a pretty enjoyable game. It's really not bad. I like Sonic 06. Man, the music's so good. I mean, there's some bad things. There's some tedious things about it too, but it's still enjoyable enough to play through. Guys, does anybody else want to talk about how Sonic 06 is good? Anybody? How about Persona 1? Or would you guys rather talk about Chrono Trigger? You played Shin Megami Tensei 4 and one of the DS1, and you played Baten Kaitos. I need to play Baten Kaitos as well. Yeah, I played through all the No, I played through most of the mainline Shin Megami Tensei, I just haven't played 2. But on stream I've only played 5. Really need to... Nocturne is still my favorite. I need to do a replay of Nocturne, because that game's amazing as well. NBA 2K? Hell no. Why would I play that? Good one though. Good trolling. After Tales? So, like, the second game in the series you lost interest in him? Come on, dude. I like Sonic. Like, Sonic games are good. You know why they're good? Because they're good. They're good platformers with, like, good fun level design. good controls, good art, and really good music. And when you have that, you have a winner, as far as I'm concerned. That's a winning recipe. Sonic games are good. I just need to play more of them. But I have a feeling I probably would like a lot of the 3D ones that have come out. Stuff like Generations, Colors, Lost World, maybe. The original one was like, what was it, Underground, or forget? Adventure? Sonic Adventure? You never were? Well, my interest, I was never super interested, but my interest grew. Yeah, I mean, the advertising did the game a disservice. You gotta that's just, I mean, look, just because an advertising campaign tells you this is how you have to play a game doesn't mean you have to play it that way. They're just normal platformers. Just play them like normal platformers and they're amazing. You know? They're very, very good platformers. Like, they're very good platformers that are linear, but like they have multiple layers to, like, levels have multiple layers, and they're you know, they're very rewarding for like replays because of the multiple routes, the secrets and bonuses that you can find, bonus things. Like, they do a very good job of rewarding replays. They're very playable games. Mario Brothers 1. Yeah, but no, though. That's not true at all. If you get that good. Well, see, exactly. By the way, you can apply that caveat to Sonic 1, to any Sonic game just as easily. If you get good at Sonic 1, you can easily play through Sonic 1 without stopping, as much as you can Mario. But if you're playing Super Mario Brothers 1 for the first time, there's no way in hell you're not stopping. There's gonna be plenty of places where you're gonna need to stop and think, or like go slow, and it's gonna help you to not die. Yeah, I mean, Sonic, you know, you can go fast. If you earn the right to go fast by learning those stages, you can go real fast. I don't know, I think Spinball's like maybe got a bad rap. I mean, I don't know. Watching it get streamed, it looks like a good game. I want to try it at some point. I was not a big fan of 3D Blast though when I tried that. I didn't think 3D Blast was that good. Well, I mean, like, you know, you don't really have to stop your forward momentum all the time any more than you do in a normal platform. There's plenty of, like, generally there's areas in Sonic 1 where you can go faster and go slower. Wait, let me redraw the notes. Dude, the water level in Sonic 1 is so good. True gamers appreciate the water level in Sonic 1. That's a very good stage. The music, like the way that the drowning mechanics work. I mean, like, Sonic is a series that has been sabotaged by its, not even just marketing, but just its... The internet has probably the biggest culprit of, like, perpetuating this sort of myth that Sonic needs to go fast. And, like, Sonic games that, like, try to play into that and, like, become, like, racing games where you're, like, just racing down a thing and collecting rings and avoid, you know, whatever. Like, that's fine, but, like, I don't think it really plays to the game's strength. And, like, a lot of, like, anytime a new Sonic game comes out, they have to have, like, some sort of speed section. I think it's stupid. Right, that's what's good about them. They're stress-inducing. I mean, not really. Like, it's kind of the music and, you know, whatever, but, it's not. I mean, that's also overstated. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, you know, you could drown. It's just a timer. It's just a little timer mechanic. It doesn't really... It's not really that stress-inducing. I mean, really, is it? I mean... Yeah, that's a thing that's kind of a half myth that's been, like, perpetuated by the internet. Certainly, like, the advertising was about that. But, you know, if you actually played the games you would, you know, back in the day, it wasn't really about going fast all the time. Like some sort of, like, eternal runner game. And also it's better, and the fact that it's not was good. If it was actually just about going fast, the game would be inferior to what it is. What would the gameplay be going fast? I mean, it's like, you know, it's just like one of these sort of, like, you know, like these mobile games, like Eternal Runner games, right? Where it's like you just run and run and run, collect the coins, whatever, jump over some pits. Those are fine. As bonus stages, those would be cool, but like as a whole game, a little bit shallow, right? Don't you guys, like, what's the best infinite runner game you can think of? As far as I'm concerned, those are not that good. They're kind of okay time wasters at best. And like, yeah, that's what it would be. If Sonic was just about running fat, which like think that some of the more modern ones have turned into that, but jump timings. No, I mean it's just, yeah, just like a really boiled down like basic sort of running really fast down a corridor and whatever, collecting and dodging stuff. I think that sort of thing works better as a bonus stage or like you know, to add like a couple of like variety stages, but not really a whole game. It's too shallow for a whole game, generally. So honestly, like, what Sonic is better than the internet's dumb concept of what it should be. Yeah, Green Hill Zone is awesome. And Green Hill Zone largely can be played fast, but see, the thing about, to really appreciate Sonic games, you have to not play them fast. Green Hill Zone is at its best if you're going slow and trying to find all the secrets. And Sonic in general is at its best if you're going slow and trying to figure out the best routes and finding the secrets and stuff. That's when it's at its best. And Green Hill Zone has like a lot of that. It's a good introduction to that. But you can also, like, it has opportunities for you to like just kind of zoom through stuff too. If you like know the route and know what you're doing. No, it's just Sonic is a victim to its memes. Gotta go fast. No, you don't. Shut up, idiot. You don't have to. Gotta go fast. It's just like, that's just not Sonic. And if it was, it would not be as good. So it is ironic. Sonic 3D. You mean Sonic 3D Blast? Because I didn't actually care for that one as much. But I do want to play more of the 3D Sonic games in general. Sonic 3D Blast was one of the Genesis ones. It's like, I should like that because it's isometric, but it's very collecty. It's kind of like Home Improvement on Super Nintendo. You get to like go around the stage and try to find the little things, and it's kind of a pain. The exploration in that just it didn't feel as fun. I don't know. Maybe you give it another chance. Oh yeah, maybe it has a timer as well. Who likes Tomb Raider, guys? I like Tomb Raider. What if I had a timer for my art? That'd be weird. I'm gonna redraw these eyes. I don't think this expression is right. Speed drawing, exactly. Do some speed drawing. Maybe I should do some speed drawing, seriously. It sounds like fun. You do that.
can do some speed drawing. Do you guys want to see some speed drawing? It'd be kind of hard with something I don't know how to draw as well. Am I intrigued for the Final Fantasy X Tractus remaster? Not, I mean, you know me. I don't care about remasters, but not so much intrigued as confused. I'm very confused about that remaster. Because I had heard very conflicting reports. Somebody said they were going to be using the script from War of the Lions. This is probably too loud, I can just tell. Which is a really bad retranslation of the game. War of the Lions PSP script. I remember trying to play that and just hating it. Somebody said they were going to be using that script as a base. Then someone else said, no, it's going to be the original script for the game from the PS1. They're not. So what are they doing then? Is it the script from the PS1 game? Is it like a totally redone script from the ground up, or what? Could have sworn there was like some video that said something like using the, what were the words that they used? The venerated script from the PSP War of the Lions version, or something like that. Well, when you say original script, do you mean the PS1 script that we got here in America? Or do you mean a retranslation of the original Japanese script from scratch? Yeah, I don't want to hear this song. Let's see what else we got here. How about some Street Fighter Alpha 3 music? They didn't say. Well, it sounds like it's not clear. Because original script could mean several different things. You know, I don't know. Well, I mean, either way, I don't really have a reason to care about it. But, I mean, if it's true to... I guess if it's true to the original PS1 version, especially if, like, you have a way to play just the original version... Well, if they wanted to do a retranslation that is, like, supposedly going to be more authentic to the Japanese original, that's fine. I think that stuff like that, they should have... More options would be better. So, like, obviously having a way to play just the original PS1 version with its original script that we got the first time would be best. Some people will prefer that version. Maybe they're used to it, you know? Having a retranslation of the Japanese version that tries to be... I mean, the problem is these days, it's hard to trust that. Lately, they've been doing a bad job of being, quote, authentic to the Japanese version. It seems like, but, you know, in theory, that would be good. But that could be one reason why having the other version is better. Like, if they could have multiple different scripts you could choose from, that'd be the best thing. But they probably won't do that. It's probably, like, logistically hard or something. Or, like, not worth the money. Gonna censor it. They censor everything. So, of course... Traductus, they censor every single game that comes out these days, so of course you must be wrong. I'm sure they'll make an exception for this one game. Obviously, they'll make an exception for the great Final Fantasy thing. You know, I don't know. That's another problem with the, you know, modern or recent remasters. It's every single thing that's like older than a couple of years old gets censored. Well, I mean, everything just gets censored. And, you know, it's usually like light censorship, but it's so it's almost always so unnecessary that it's just very, very annoying. So it's another reason to just like ignore these remasters. Just, you know, I can just play the originals. I mean, for other people, it's fine. But well, I don't care for it, though. but you know, usually they make some sort of changes that I find to be unpalatable anyway. They might make some weird gameplay changes. They just have a tendency to want to fiddle with things, so I tend to just, you know. Just don't usually need to think about remasters too much. Well, even if they were like dead on perfect, I probably would still stick to the original anyway, because like I just like, when you like stream a game, usually it's just cooler to get, you want to get the original version of the game. It almost just for like it, if you know, if you care about like the historical significance of the game, or getting a sense of the historical, like the feeling of, you know, whatever, I don't know. Although, you know, if you were playing a remaster that gives you the identical version, that's fine. Be fine with that. If we're playing it that way, but but yeah, I don't need remasters. I don't want enhanced graphics. A lot of times enhanced graphics means, doesn't mean, it means worse looking graphics anyway. Unites the graphics and gameplay of the original 1997 version with the renowned... See? That's exactly what I heard. That's the word they use, renowned. See? Renowned War of the Lions translation. Renowned. That garbage translation they're saying is renowned. I told you. It's the War of the Lions translation. It's not... So yeah, that remaster is going to be garbage. It's just straight up garbage. I don't know. I mean, look, I guess from what I understand, that particular translation for War of the Lions is very divisive. I've heard a lot of people with my exact same opinion, that they think it's like, just, it's really, really overwritten. Like, they're trying really hard to make it sound like some sort of ye old English. Like, it's very overdone, and I think a lot of people find that version to be very annoying. I'm a bit more sensitive to that kind of overly translated, overwritten stuff than maybe some people, but it seems like I'm not the only one that doesn't like that localization. But, you know, some people clearly seem to like it or don't care. Or, you know, it doesn't bother them as much as, like, maybe the original translation obviously has its own issues with a lot of, like, kind of stilted dialogue. But I would much rather have the stilted, overly literal dialogue of the original to the stupid, like, overly wordy, you know, pretentious, annoying, you know, this type of dialogue from War of the Lions. Renowned. I mean, in reality, it's not renowned. Like, it's one of the more from everything I understand, I mean, from hearing people talk about it, it's one of the more divisive localizations. But I guess it wouldn't really read as well if they put from the incredibly divisive War of the Lions translation. That would be more true, but probably wouldn't be as good a selling point, huh? Well, that doesn't sound good with voice acting. Yeah. Whatever. So, yeah, whatever. I will do my part by telling people not to play that version. If anybody asks. I would like to replay original Final Fantasy Tactics on stream. Be a lot of fun. Certainly do the PS1 version. This expression still does not look right. This doesn't look right. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Where English voice actors are more and more maligned. you mean English is in like American or English is in British? Because I'm getting more and more sick of like British voice acting and everything. The language. Yeah. Yeah. It does seem like, I mean, for a long time, localizations and translations were getting better, but it feels like they're getting worse. Well, you know, like, localization's always been, like, this sort of tricky thing, because, like, you know, if it's too literal, you know, it's very stilted. But on the other direction, you can get too far away from the original meaning of the script, so there's always this kind of balancing act. But it feels like these days, the balance has sort of been thrown out the window, and it's just sort of like, you know, it's almost like reverting. I don't know. I mean, this is all like second hand or third hand because I don't really pay enough attention to say with authority. But it seems like, you know, there's just generally like it's gone from trying to remain true to the original spirit and vision to like just simply making it more palatable for American or Western audience or whatever the localizer thinks is, quote, more palatable or, you know, good, or whatever they like, you know. There's more liberties taken. So it's almost like we're kind of going backwards, maybe. I don't know. That's what I've heard. But, you know, I don't know. I'm sure there's still like a lot of good localizations out there, though, probably. Usually I would rather play things in Japanese language anyway. Of course, you know, I'm still subject to the you know, I like, now that I understand Japanese a little bit more, the good thing about playing one of the good things about playing with Japanese language is, you know, you can now see, sometimes I can notice where the subtitles just seem wrong, you know? And it's fun to be able to see where liberties are taken once in a while. But I'm also generally not playing like a lot of like modern RPGs and visual novels and all this stuff that would be an issue for remasters, retranslations. Like every new like localization or like remaster that comes out, it seems like there's something valid to complain about though. What's a drama? Voice acting drama in gacha games? Well, that's probably just because gacha games are like popular. I mean, like, what is that one game that like looks like Breath of the Wild? That one. Right, colleague. But that is kind of that is the issue, because the problem is, like, I think they always think that they're just simply adjusting it to, quote, examples a Western audience will understand. Often that results in basically results in them injecting their own ideas into it. Like, there's a little bit too much just in general that's always used as an excuse, it seems like. I honestly would prefer translations to be a bit more literal. I don't want to. I just feel like it's not necessary to, quote, this whole idea of, because, you know, the world is so internet heavy now. This idea that you need to adjust the writing so that a, quote, Western audience can understand it is nonsense now. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense anymore. People are like familiar. Everybody watches so much anime that like whatever cultural ideas are in there that are Japanese, people get it. People that are buying this stuff and fans, they get it. They don't need to have the Japanese cultural stuff turned into Western stuff. I mean, that's the kind of reasoning that would like lead them to like change the names of like Japanese names into like American names like Stanley and Joe. Yeah, there's right. That Ghost Stories is the one that I've seen that too. It's a well-known, very very goofy one. But if anything, they should just. It seemed for a while there was like maybe this like move towards being a little bit more literal, like things like keeping the what do you call those? Like the sans and the samas and like the Japanese word enders and phrases and stuff. Like keeping that stuff, I think is good because just keeping it generally like as in close in spirit to like the original Japanese meaning is generally what fans of these games want. You really don't need to Americanize it anymore. I feel like it just seems like they overcomplicate it these days. Oh, how did the camera get messed up? When did that happen? Anyway, just one more reason to kind of avoid remasters and like re-releases of older games. Because there's a bad track record. I just don't really trust that they would do it correctly. But there's multiple reasons. So that's how I feel about the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. How do you guys feel about Kingsfield? It's good. When are they going to make the Kingsfield remaster? And then, like, censor it somehow? When do you think that'll happen? Dude, imagine that. If there was like a Kingsfield, if they re-released the old Kingsfield games but with like 60 frames per second, it would just ruin the games. It'd be ruined. Just throwing that out there. They're perfect the way they are. Everybody play the Kingsfields. How come you guys aren't playing Kingsfields right now? They're good. Man, I just want to play more Kingsfield. We already played our Kingsfield game for the year, Kingsfield 3 at the beginning. Do you guys remember that? That was good. That was good. All right. I guess this looks fine. I guess it's just fine the way it is. My stomach feels better now. After eating all that Chinese food and cake. My stomach has finally, I think, absorbed the Chinese food and cake, and now I almost feel normal again. Almost. Okay. Let's go to the next panel. Guys, which is your favorite Kingsfield? Does anybody want to rank the Kingsfields? Okay, which is your favorite Tekken? You think I should stream more Tekken? Tekken 8? Probably after I stream Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think I've streamed Tekken 1 briefly during PS1 marathon. I need to stream more PS1. You know what, Traductus? I need to stream a lot more PS1. There's so many PS1 games on my list that I really want to play. So many. When's Wonder Trek? What's Wonder Trek? Is that PS1 game? I don't know that one. Probably after Linda 3 and that Mars Water game and a Balaburn. What else? And the Blaster Master PS1 game and Star Ocean 2 and Tomb Raider 2, 3. The Last Revelation and Chronicles. And what else? It could Monaco, and I'd probably be pretty happy with that. I probably could play PS1 for years and be very happy. Dude, what about like, you know what looks really good I need to play is, I think it's called Baroque. Baroque looks really good. So many games on PS1 that look so good. The Ghost in the Shell. I do. I mean, a month doesn't feel like enough. The Ghost in the Shell game. I really want to replay Ghost in the Shell and Horned Owl too. And this one, Persona 1. I extremely want to replay Persona 1. Really want to replay Persona 1. Fighting games. Fighting games, there are a lot of good fighting games that I could play, but they're not as high on my excitement list. Explore Jungles, Ancient Ruins. Wonder Trek. I'll have to check that out sometime. I don't think I've seen that one. No, this expression is wrong too. It's wrong. This is the theme music for the Snow Queen quest for Persona 1, by the way. Dude, this theme song is so legendary. It's so amazing. Over 4,000. Well, I don't need to play any of the sports games. I'm sure there's a lot of games I don't need to play, but that's a lot. But there's many I do. Probably a lot of Japanese games. Alright, Monocule. Have a good one. Have a good sleep. We'll miss you. Dude, we could easily do a year of PS1. I mean, there's a lot of RPGs I'd like to play as well, and those are time consuming. Oh, you know what else? Deception. I really want to replay the original Tecmo's Deception. And then, I can't remember if Deception 2 was PS1 or PS2, but I'd like to play that as well. Maybe the other Deception games too. Maybe some more Resident Evil likes. You know, there's still other PS1 horror games you have to play, like Overblood and or were there 2 Overbloods? What about like Kiliak? Like weird first-person game Kiliak. Want to play that? Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. I need to stream. Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is so good at. I would love to replay both those games I've played, but I'd love to replay them. Both of those are so good. Mortal Kombat Deception. I don't know what Mortal Kombat Deception is. I would like to replay Sub-Zero Mythologies. I'm kind of curious to see what I think of that now if I replayed that. We'd like to do that. The other Jumping Flash games I need to play. All the weird rhythm games. Persona, not Persona. Parappa, Jammer Lammy. Of course, Parappa 2 and Space Channel 5 are PS2 and I think Dreamcast, respectively. It's not aged well. Yeah, see, I think that statement might be nonsensical because I'm pretty sure that all the things people wouldn't like about it now, they don't like about it. They didn't like about it then either. Although, you know, I think in some ways it might also be underrated too. I think it might be. I don't know. Like the platforming aspects of it look kind of exciting. I need to try it. I don't know. But generally, I find if I liked the game back then, I'd still like it now. If I didn't, I don't. But once in a while, I like something more than I used to like it. But usually not the other way around. A lot of games, Gizmo. Well, we can't play all of them, but I want to play some of them. Poppin' music. There's also Guitaru Man. I think is that Saturn or Dreamcast? I never played that. I need to play that. I've only played the first Space Channel 5. The Space Channel 5 is amazing. I haven't tried the second one though. You'll be disappointed? I think I might, Traductus. I think I might, because like it seems like a game we can understand why it's maligned, but it has cool things about it that people don't recognize. Like all the platforming stuff looks appealing. It looks very appealing in that game. I don't know. I feel like it's a game that I might enjoy more now, but you know, I've got to try it again. I need to play Floating Runner again. Just in general, I need to play more PS1 platformers. Like PS1 platformers are awesome. Never played Klonoa. I need to play Klonoa. Oh, I really need to replay the Crash Bandicoot games. Crash Bandicoot games seem so good. Speaking of platforming, this music's from Mr. Bones. That game was very entertaining. Mr. Bones. The execution. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe, but gotta try it. There could be some good things about the execution. I don't know. I gotta try it again and make it my mind up for myself. I don't know. I can't really trust what people say about games. You never know. Well, even if they have the same sentiment as me, you can never really know unless you try it for yourself. But a lot of times people just kind of like, especially if they say stuff like, oh, it hasn't aged well. Like, what they really mean is just they hate platforming. They just hate anything with platforming now. Or something like that, you know? Or they hate something that, like, punishes you. Sometimes that's what that, maybe not all the time, but sometimes it just boils down to stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I feel the opposite. Umihara Kawase. I've already streamed Umihara. Well, I mean, you got the troll face there, but I mean, you know, I've streamed that game a ton. But I still have never finished those 3 ultra difficult fields. Well, but technically though, those fields are not in the PS1 Umihara Kawase. Those are from some later release, and they're collected onto the Steam version. The PS1 Umihara Kawase Shun, I have finished every field. I've finished every field that was in that game. I've done all the routes. It's just that that's not true for the Steam version. Your expert critique short. You're right, Traductus. Your expertise is widely regarded as, you know, it shouldn't, people know it shouldn't be ignored. There's 2? No. There's only one version. The PS1 Umihara Kawase, so Umihara Kawase Shun, that is the second Umihara Kawase game. There's 4 Umihara Kawases. That's the second. But that game has several re-releases. So originally it was on PS1, then it was released again on, like, I don't remember exactly, like 3DS, Vita, and maybe one other. And those re-releases put in additional levels that are hard, that are like ultra hard levels. And there's new levels in each re-release. And the Steam version collects all of the levels. So you get all the additional levels in that. And the additional levels are like way harder than anything in the base game. The hardest stage in original Umihara Kawase Shun, I believe it was like field 52. I think the number was 52. That one field we had to like go to the left over like all this like these like a lot of glass blocks in the ceiling. You have to kind of hook onto very specific spots. It's a very hard field, but it's still nothing compared to the ridiculous like super craze stuff. I've done some of the extra fields. I've done most of the stuff in that Steam release. It's just like I think the field numbers were 57, 58, and 59. There's a set of 3 fields that are like insanity level stuff. But I still want to complete them eventually. Anyway, yeah. In some ways, the PS1 Umihara Kawase Shun is still like, it's the version of the game that's the most worth playing because it has certain things that were cut out of later versions. I don't think the Steam version has. The original PS1 version, they put in these very cute advertisements for fishing equipment. It was basically a gag, but it was real advertisements for real fishing equipment. You would just get them at random points in the game. And they took those out, which sucks because they're just like very funny. It's just very funny content. So that's too bad. Oh, there's a second edition on PS1 as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm talking about some of the later versions that have the extra levels came out on different systems, to be clear, like 3DS. I know there's a 3DS version. I think there might be a Vita version as well. I couldn't tell you exactly. I'd have to go back and check the Wikipedia. But they came out in different systems. The game's been re-released several times. I believe the Steam version is the first official release in English that game ever had. And the same with the Super Nintendo version. But the third one, which was originally released for Vita, I want to say, or it might have also been 3DS, that was the first one to get an American release. And that particular game was brought over as Yumi's Odd Odyssey. They changed the name as her introduction to the series. Then later, when they brought the games to Steam, they actually re-released them under the original name because, like, nobody cared about Yumi's Odd Odyssey. So in the first, it just goes to show, when a series has got a cult following like that, you don't need name changes. It's just release them under the original title, which they did. That's actually a very good re-release. It's not really a remaster. It's just a simple re-release of the 3 games. By the way, the third one I have not played that much. I really need to play the third one more. I've only done like a single route through that game. The fourth one is the worst one. That was a Switch original game. The fourth one is very modernized, and I mean that in quite a bad way. Like the original, like they turned it into like this like kind of modernized like quest thing. All these quests that you need to do. I mean, it plays well. And it's a good looking game, but it just it's got some good. It's actually got some pretty darn good music as well. But I think it's not that good, unfortunately. Umihara Kawase in English, it's a pun. Umi means sea, and Kawa means river. Umihara Kawase, I can't give you like the full like breakdown of what the other words mean, but it's the translation is like what was it? Like it's a Japanese saying that has to do with sushi or something, like one like a cut in the belly. I forget exactly what it was. A cut in the something to do with the river, the sea, cutting in the belly, something like that. I don't know. It's something to do with the cutting in the belly and the pit in the river and the river and the sea. I think it's some sort of like Japanese pun, actually. That's all I remember. You have to look it up. You'd have to look it up. It's always very funny when like people want to like, because like these days, one of the weird trends among gamers is that like people get very, very, very sucked into lore, and people have to always like know, or certain kinds of people have to know, what is the story? What does it mean? So like, there's all these like people in the Umihara Kawase fandom that are like, I don't know, they think that there's like some kind of official lore, and they're like, you're like, well, what do the games mean? Well, like it's, you know, it's like a metaphor. But like the games are just nonsense. They don't mean anything. It's just a platformer, and that they just, you know, they like it has a fish theme. But they did try to give the fourth one more story. Not really an improvement. I think they made her a sushi chef. Maybe Souls games are like partially to blame for this huge like modern emphasis on like everything having lore. Feminist Manifesto, right? Sure. Maybe, yeah. I mean, like I feel like because of Souls games and like all these like videos like diving into like the lore, because you know those games are very deep and they have a lot of like. But now it's like everything's got to be like that. Everything's got to have like videos. Like all the Zelda games really don't deserve to have that. Like they're not really about that. But everything's got to have like lore deep dives now. And it seems silly. Kind of seems silly. Well, I mean, I do think that the lore in Souls games is cool. Guys, my wife is calling. Hello. Hello.
So good.
I know. Well, first of all, just to let you know, I am streaming. Hello. It's So say hello. And I'm doing an art stream today. So look, here's what my stream looks like. See, I'm just drawing art on the stream. See? Well, that's okay. You don't have to hang up. But, and what I ate for dinner was, well, you know, I helped my friend move and it took all day. So, and then, you know, driving, it was like an hour and a half drive back because of like traffic. So I stopped at a Chinese restaurant because I hadn't eaten all day. And I finally decided to get some of those Dan Dan noodles that I love from the Chinese restaurant. The Dan Dan is noodles with like pork in chili oil sauce. It's kind of like chili oil ramen. And it was really good. I've been avoiding those because, you know, a little higher cholesterol on those. But I decided to reward myself. And then I rewarded myself even further by getting a cake. I got a little mini cake. And I brought it back and I ate it on stream. You know what it was, honey? It was a mango. I got it from the Asian bakery next door. It was a mango pomelo cake. Yeah, so I had to get that. And if you want to see me eat it, I ate it on stream, on video. It was very good. Yes, it was lami kaayo, which means delicious in Filipino. That song's too long. Let's start the next one. Oh, this is a good song right here. Gotta turn this up all the way. How'd you sleep, honey?
Okay lang.
That's good.
Kasi may kabuti.
Guys, do you want to ask my wife anything about the Philippines? Nothing, honey, nothing.
As in, tinanda ko ba siya?
Hmm. Does she support President Jollibee? Yes, very much so. Yes, they have a question for you, honey, about the Philippines. They want to know if you support President Jollibee.
Who's the president of the Jollibee? I didn't know.
No, they want he thinks that the president is Jollibee. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she does. That is true. She supports him.
I do support Jollibee, but I don't know who is the owner of the Jollibee.
You don't know who's the owner?
No,
But whoever he is,
the Jollibee.
he probably would make a good president.
Franchise, but they will. Maybe I'm the president because I have the Jollibee.
Honey, you would make a great president of Jollibee. I will support your campaign.
You know what? What is my campaign for the Jollibee?
What is it?
They need to have the rice. I don't really like the rice because it's so sticky. You know, like it's and then also the gravy. The gravy, but I want to have like other gravy is I want to have like a lot of gravy because they have so small gravy here in the Philippines.
All right. Do you guys hear that?
I Jollibee.
Jollibee needs to have more gravy, less sticky rice.
Chicken. Yes, chicken is very small. Like, oh.
You know, honey, listen, you want to know something? In the American Jollibee, when you get the spicy chicken, you get 2 pieces of chicken.
Really?
2 pieces of
here
chicken,
is not.
and you get rice and a biscuit.
It's really different.
Yeah.
No, in America, it's really different because they have a big serving. But here in the Philippines, it's very small. Like, I'm not. Sometimes.
Like, it doesn't
sometimes
really
it's
come
out.
with rice. It comes with an optional side, which could be rice, fries, or mashed potatoes. But probably most Americans would get fries or mashed potatoes because we're more like potato focused, you know. But I get mine with the rice. I get mine with the rice because I'm cool. Yes, as Traductus says, American portions are the envy of the world, and American proportions are to the world's laughter and amusement. Right, Traductus?
And the fries, small, medium. It's very, like I thought it's too small. Their serving is very. I'm like, ayaw.
By the way, you know what you won't like about American Jollibee, though? The prices. You're not gonna like the prices.
I think I'm gonna like the fries.
I mean, you probably like the food. I don't think you're gonna like the prices, though.
How much is the price?
What was it? It's probably like, it's probably like $15 for a meal, something like that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
$15, so it's like almost 700. Oh my god, no!
Yeah, that's right. That's America.
You can just like $5 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very different in America. Everything's so much. Yeah, in the Philippines, you can go into a fast food place and you get a meal for $5 or cheaper than that in some cases. Yeah. Not in America. America's meals cost like $15, $20 a lot of times.
Because Jollibee sa Amerika kay $15. Pila na sa piso na.
America's expensive. Expensive country. Different economy.
$15.
I know. It's crazy.
800. What? That's like 5 orders,
I know. That's like 5 orders in the Philippines. That's so funny. You're like, what? I know. That's why the Philippines is so great. But you also get paid a lot less. So it evens out.
No, the most cheapest food here is
Mhm.
$2, $3.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You might be able to find food here for that cheap if you, I don't know, if you're in the countryside or something. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there was a time when food was cheaper. It's recently gotten a lot more expensive. Yes, the World Ends With You soundtrack was very good, Traductus. I agree. It was very good, indeed. How about the Shakan the Forever Man soundtrack? Also good. That's a good one. Traductus, what's better? The World Ends With You soundtrack or Chakan the Forever Man? Tough call. It's a tough one. Is this Forever Man? It is the Forever Man. Oh. Still got some, you know, burps from that Chinese food. I think that was a big food bomb. I have not bombed my stomach like that in a while. Oh yeah, that's a tough call. You know this. David Lynch knows that. What's that?
That's why in America, this are like the big serving because it is expensive. You know, it's worth it.
Huh. Well, that's true. You do get bigger portions generally. But they also, or actually, honey, it's really probably the opposite. They serve bigger portions so that they can charge more. That way they can move more stock. It's like you don't always really want bigger portions, though. I mean, I don't really.
Okay.
Ooh, pancake, good.
Leftovers.
Time to make the pancakes, guys. It's breakfast time. I'm getting thirsty. I might need some sort of beverage. I need some sort of beverage. Hold on a second, guys. I need to go get a beverage. I'll be back. I'll be back in a second. Honey, I need to go get a beverage. I'll be right back. Okay, I guess. All right, guys. Let's continue to now work. I got a little drink. I got this sparkling ice. Wow, Canadian fast foods are more expensive with smaller portions? That sounds terrible, Traductus. You know what, honey? My friend says that in Canada, the prices are even more expensive than the US and you get smaller portions.
What? Oh my god.
That's what he says. That's what he says. I don't know. So there you go. Just be glad that you didn't go to Canada. Luckily, I'm not Canadian. You guys like Robo Warrior? Traductus, how much do you love Robo Warrior on a scale of 10 to 12? I would play Robo Warrior again. I was thinking about playing Blaster Master Boy, which is the Game Boy Robo Warrior, which is called Bomber King in Japan. Game is really good. There's 7. Dude, there's so many good games. I'd love to play that again. Such a good game. So many good games. When am I gonna play them all? I gotta play them all. I got to play them all. All. Speaking of good games, how about Shadow of the Beast Part 2? That game is extremely difficult, but I did beat it. It took like 20 hours. You guys remember that? Like 2 years ago? I think? Healthier? I wonder if it's healthier. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are some healthy places. Probably.
Oh, you have juice, honey?
I do. I got some juice. Yep. My throat feels a little bit scratchy. Hope I'm not coming down with something. Additives? Oh, yeah.
I know, make a pancake and put some, honey, cheese.
Okay. They're putting cheese in their pancakes. Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, you know, you can find healthy food in America, but there is a lot of fried food. That is true. Oh, dude, this song is so good. I use this as an intro song for... Let's just listen to this song. I should play this game so we can hear... This game seems like it has an awesome soundtrack. The Sailor Moon Genesis game. It seems very good. I need to play it. I'm gonna throw these balloons here when it should probably be like... American booze is dramatically cheaper. Wow. And I don't imagine like your booze is like significantly better or anything like that. Not that I'd be able to tell. I'm not a beer alcohol snob. I don't even like beer. But I like other forms of alcohol. And I like coffee, but it all just tastes the same to me. I'm not a connoisseur. I'm fine with whatever. I drink, you know, whatever rum is... I get whatever rum is cheapest. Kings Bay, Admiral Nelson. It's all the same to me. You just mix it with Coke. It's all the same. I'm sure I would not be able to tell the difference between your booze and our booze. So whatever's cheaper is better for me. I mean, it's not like I drink that much booze, though. I'm not a big boozer. Aside from my rum and cokes. What is it, honey?
I want warm up breakfast.
Warm breakfast is nice sometimes. I had pancakes for breakfast today, too.
Yeah.
Banana pancakes. They were very good.
Okay.
Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Man, why is it so hot in this room? Even though it's really hot in here. Even though the air conditioning is like blasting, it's still hot in here anyway. Oh man. Oh man. What's up with that? Oh well, back to work. What's that, honey?
It's very cold.
Okay. Thank you, honey. It's a heat wave, I know. Being waved with heat. What do you think David Lynch thinks about that? Look out! It's a heat wave! The wave of heat is coming! It's like God's judgment of us all. We're feeling the heat, metaphorically and literally. Sometimes when I experience a heat wave, it gives me ideas. If I survive the heat, I awaken with dreams of new films. That's why I'll often get into a sauna and just sit in there all night, sleep in there in my full clothes. And that's where all my ideas come from.
Maka-proud mo kanya mukha na ko eh. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, salamat, honey.
So good.
Salamat. Anyway, like I was saying, in this country, I think we need more heat waves. It could generate a lot more ideas, and that's what we need. We need ideas. So I say bring on the heat. That is the advice of me, David Lynch. You guys like the music of Carol Blaster? Dude, this song's so good. Listen to this song, it's so good. What do you think, David Lynch? Do you think this song is good? Well, I'd have to say it is pretty good. Thank you, David Lynch. See? David Lynch likes it. There you go, guys. I streamed this a couple years ago. It was good. Carol Blaster from the makers of Cave Story. Very good game. Very good game. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Oh. Yawn, 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 yawn. Yawn. Burn, 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 burn. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. Listen to how good the music is, guys. Come on. Do 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 do. Dun dun dun. Dude, that guy. The guy who made this and Cave Story did all the music himself too. Like, the whole game was made by one person, including all the music, and it's one of the best soundtracks in any indie game. Just saying, just putting that out there. Like, this is extremely good. Damn. These are good games. Cave Story is especially good. Mischievous Boy. Ah. It is a very good song. No, we can't skip it. It's too good. You can't skip it.
Emergency with service.
Like, I mean, I've just heard this song a lot, but like, if you've never heard of this, it's like, wow, this song's really good. From, of course, Jet Set Radio, which I've never streamed. I remember playing through that in the early 2010s. It's just before I started streaming. It's a shame I didn't stream this. But such a good game. I never had a Dreamcast. I played it on the PS3. Craft beer, I see. Yeah, I'm not a big beer. I'm not a beer guy at all. And even if I learned to like beer, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that stuff anyway. My dad and like my brother-in-law care a lot about beer, but not me. Coors Light, yeah. Okay, that's a good. That's a good amount of that song. Let's do another song. Let's see what else can we play. Lawnmower Man theme is pretty good. Ooh, Twisted Metal 2. First stage song of that is so good. Let's try to play it. Let's just look for the best. Play this. I need to do a full stream of Twisted Metal 2 sometime. I haven't beaten the game, and I haven't played through it in a long time. That's another PS1 game that's like really good. Twisted Metal 1 and 2. I don't care about 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 are both awesome. I should do both 1 and 2. Play them together. With good lore. The lore in Twisted Metal games is very funny. Actually, Twisted 1 is the best for its, quote, lore. Because Twisted Metal 1, like, in-game you just get, like, those weird things with, like, hex scrolls. But there's, like, FMV videos for the storylines of every car. And you can find them on YouTube and watch them. So, like, that's the true lore deep dive. And some of them are, like, different from the version of the story in-game. So it's like, you get the full... To have the full lore understanding, you gotta dig up those YouTube videos. And, like, that stuff is the best. Those FMVs are the best. They're hilarious. They're awesome. Twisted Metal 2 had, like, the cartoons. They had, like, the, not cartoons, but, like, animated kind of graphic novel-ish scenes. Which are cool. Not as cool as the FMVs in Twisted Metal 1, but they're still kind of cool and fully voice-acted, I think. Which I think Twisted Metal 1 is not. They did a pretty good job with those. Twisted Metal, from what I've seen of Twisted Metal 3 and 4, it just went downhill. But like the storyline just gets dumber and dumber with each one of those games. I don't remember too much what the story was of Twisted Metal Black. I like Twisted Metal Black-a-Lock on PS2. But I remember nothing about whatever the story was. Nothing. But I should replay that game as well. I wonder if that would... Now, that's a game I wonder if it would hold up. I feel like the original Twisted Metals are kind of better than Black. But Black was sort of seen as a return to form after 3 and 4, and not a lot of people like 3 and 4. And there was a PS3 Twisted Metal, which was, I don't know what the hell was with that. I'm kind of curious to just see what that game is like. I think I heard it was a train wreck, but I don't know much about it. Curious to check that out, I guess. Yeah, 3 and 4 is different developers. Black wasn't wacky enough, right? Well, yeah, I don't know. 3 and 4 were just like extremely stupid. It didn't have the same feel. I remember the controls in 3. I'm not sure about 4, but 3 had kind of really bad controls. I mean, you know, like the controls of Twisted Metal 1 and 2 are sort of... All the those games have weird controls if you go back and play them now. Where, I mean, you know, people who are used to modern controls and modern games would be like, what the fuck am I... They take some getting used to. A little bit idiosyncratic. You gotta, like, used to, like, holding down that tight turn button and you, like, spin instantly on a dime. Do little tricks like that. But... Remember the physics and controls in 3 in particular being... After playing 1 and 2, they felt really strange and not good. I don't know. But then the music was not nearly as good either. The music was shit in those games, from what I remember. Twisted Metal 1 and 2 had like very distinct kind of the spaghetti western music that was like original music and it was cool. And it felt like video game music. Whereas like 3 and 4, it was just like somebody just threw some metal songs in. That's what it felt like to me. It didn't feel like video game music. Vehicle kind of drive themselves. I don't know. I should go back and try playing them again to see what I think of them now, maybe. That's what I should do. Do you want to listen to the final boss music of Twisted Metal? Star Ocean 2. Nicodemus. You're still here. I would love to like go back and like just do a whole marathon of Twisted Metal games and play through a bunch of them again. But like, when am I gonna have time to play all these games? Jeez, dude. I don't know. That could happen. I want to do that. That could happen at some point. Would love to do that. It'd be really fun. Maybe, you know. I need to get out from under the shadow of UFO 50. That's got to be finished. Are we gonna finish June Boy? June Boy is almost over. But I really think the next major thing I want to do, after I also do a bunch more Fliptendo, I need to do a bunch more Fliptendo at some point. I think I might kind of do a little bit of... I don't think I'll do like a ton. I think I'll do a little bit here and there. I want to get back to doing that. But, the next major project I will do will probably be PS1 games. Like, if I just spend a month doing something, it'll be like a month of PS1. I really want to do that. Then again, I might pick a couple specific games. I might just like I might just play Persona 1. Oh, I'll finish this soon, Nicodemus. Don't worry, I'll finish. I mean, I'm pretty close to being finished. We've got 39, almost 40 cherries. I'm really excited to go back and play more Lords of Disconia. That game is so good. Like, every game in... There's so many... As you go through the games, it's like... Not all the games are amazing, but there's always like another game where it surprises you how good it is. I'm excited to get to some of the games in the bottom row of UFO 50. We will finish it. We'll get 50 cherries soon enough. I think some of the games in the bottom row are pretty short, from what I know. So it might not be too bad, but I am still I'm kind of afraid of. I still have got the cherry in Campanella 2. That's a really tough one, although that'll be really fun because I love that game. And I got to get the cherry in the damn shooter Star Wasper. I'm afraid of that game.
Pin Golf is good. Pin Golf is... It's not my absolute favorite, but...
It's a very cool game. Lords of Disconia is incredible. I mean, are you saying that like you did after you played it more, you didn't think it was incredible, or the computer is? I mean, as I'm trying to play the endless mode, the computer on hard mode is kind of ridiculous. I will say that, but it's still an appealing, very fun game. Maybe I won't play it for 80 hours trying to like increase my streak like I did with Bug Hunter though. I don't know. I definitely see myself playing it a bunch more. Even after I've like got the cherry, I think I might play a bunch more Lords of Disconia. I might play more off stream because it's really fun. Yeah, I don't know. Even if the CPU is ridiculous, I still could see myself playing once in a while, just because it's just such a fun game. But I don't know, you know. The streak mode, though, might be more trouble than it's worth. But I could see myself just playing random matches, you know. Also, I think it'd be extremely fun in 2-player. That game would be so fun in 2-player mode. It'd be so fun. It's just one of those games where it's like, it kind of sucks to play against a computer opponent if they're turned up too high, because they can do ridiculous stuff. You know, if you're playing against a human and they do ridiculous stuff, that's like a whole different thing. Like, that's just, you have to respect that, because they probably played 1 billion hours. You know, not that that would necessarily, like, that would still be fun in its own way. Like, a computer can cheat in ways humans can't, so it's not the same, you know? It's like, you don't really want to see that. You don't want to see them doing ridiculous shots over and over again. But you could still, there's probably ways to get around that, so I think it would still be fun to play it more. I want to play it more in any case. I want to play more Jumping Flash as well. This music is from Jumping Flash is really good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do a month or two of PS1 soon. But you know, I've got to separate it because I want to do like a month of just playing PS1 games. It'll probably have to be more games that I think are shorter. There's a lot of PS1 games that could take longer, and those games might just have to. You know, there might be a whole month dedicated to just playing through Persona 1. Dude, it feels like it's gonna take me way longer than a couple hours. I don't know. It seems bad. I've heard some people have said it's like one of the hardest games in the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. I've only played a little bit, but what I've played of it has got me scared. But I know it's all about the combo system. It's just that getting those combos to get really big points seems very annoying. I mean, I guess you just have to memorize the stages now, huh? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Caramel? Yeah. Well, I mean, that wasn't easy, but it didn't take that long. Yeah, I mean, I maybe got a little bit lucky with that one. I do feel very fortunate that it's one of those games where I happened to beat the final boss when I got to him on the first try. If I hadn't done that, you know, like what, maybe I would have never gotten, maybe it would have taken like another 10 hours to get like such a good attempt or something like that, you know? You never know. Sometimes that happens. I mean, how about Maniac Mansion? That's a good game. Burn, burn, ba-doom, boom. How does this game have such good music? It's incredible. You know what's crazy? How does the NES version of Maniac Mansion have such an amazing soundtrack and no other Maniac Mansion game has anything close to good music whatsoever? Day of the Tentacle is a really good game. It's really good, but its soundtrack is crap. It's crap. It's a crap soundtrack. It's a really good game in spite of its crap soundtrack. It's so good in every other way, just the soundtrack. But like, dude, the NES soundtrack is so good. It's not even like a Japanese soundtrack, it's like an American develop. I don't know who did the port for the NES version, but they did such a good job. That's a tangent. I know, sorry, that's a tangent. Yeah, I know, anyway, UFO 50. Yeah, so Star Whisper, you know, Campanella 2. There's a couple scary ones left, but a lot of the games in the bottom row don't seem that hard necessarily, or maybe seem like they could even be short. Although, Mini and Max, although it does look like a very good game, it also seems a bit on the long side. So there is that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. It looks very good. You never get tired of this song. It's That is such a cool beat in this song. This could go down as like one of the best theme songs for any main character in a video game. There's a hard one. I wonder which one it is. I don't think it's Campanella 3. I don't know too much about Campanella 3. I've heard very little about that. Oh! I bet maybe Cyber Owls. From what I understand, the cherry for that one might be quite tough. Maybe that one. But that game does look really fun, though. I mean, I don't even care if I spend another 10 hours trying to get the cherry in, like, say, Campanella 2, because I absolutely love that game, and like, every minute spent playing it is a joy. It's totally different. Like, Star Whisper just doesn't seem that fun to me. So that's why I'm really dreading that game, because I'm afraid I might spend 10 hours grinding it and it's not going to be fun. But grinding Campanella 2 is just a joy. I'm happy to grind that game. Cyber Owls at least looks like it would be a fun time, I think. And what else? Quibble Race, I think, is one of the easy ones. And Seaside Drive, I saw TMR beat that game in like 3 seconds. So I can't imagine I would have too much trouble with Seaside Drive. It doesn't look that hard. Doesn't look like it'd take that long. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of them look not that bad. So, I mean, you know, we might be able to get it done in like 1 or 2 more weeks, I hope. We could finally, like, man, that game has been weighing me down. I always have to like think about going back to it. It'll be nice to. It's an amazing game, but it'll be nice to get it like out of the way. And like there'll be games in there that I'll still probably go back to, even if I've even after I finish the whole thing. I like to play some of those games multiplayer. Can you, dude? You can't. Can you play those games online, or can you play with like people in your chat? I think it's local only, isn't it? It's local multiplayer. Oh yeah, the terminal. Yes, there is a game. I know there's a game 51. You have to play that as well, and whatever other like little hidden terminal things there are. I mean, I don't need to like do all the codes for every game, but. I think it might be local only. But there is a couple games in there I would love to play multiplayer. Something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. You know what's good? The Willow arcade game that this music is from. Do you guys like that? That's a good one. Very good arcade game. Dude, I gotta... You know what I forgot about? I gotta go back and like try to work on getting the 1cc for Rostan. I want to play more Rostan. There's so many video games. There's so many games to play. Damn. That's the hard thing, is making the choices of like what games to play. So many games. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't have to 1cc every shmup. If I did, that would be... So far, I've, on stream, I believe I've 1cc'd 3 games. Lord of King and... Darius are the 2 that I spent time working on. And then there was one, the Mega Man, the Power Battle, that's just like an easy 1cc that anybody could get. And I got that. Should look up what other 1cc's are like relatively easy and see if there's any that I might want to get. I still have not played Magician Lord on stream. I really want to play more Magician Lord. Do. It's such a good theme music here for Willow. Do. All right, that's enough of this song. Let's see, what else can we listen to? SimCity music is also good. Reductus wins. Traductus. He wins. Traductus. He wins. Traductus. He wins. He wins every game he plays. Every game. That's why he has 1cc'd every arcade game that exists. Traductus wins. Has won every game that exists. Traductus wins all the games, and you don't. 'Cause you're not as cool. Right, Traductus wins? Right. Do. SimCity. Hey, I've never streamed SimCity on Super Nintendo. That's a really good game. You never tried for 1cc? David Lynch face? What does a David Lynch face mean? I don't even know what my own emote means. I have. Haha. I have. But it'd be cool to 1cc a slightly more difficult one like Rostan that, you know, if you'll feel good about. That'd be cool. I see, Nicodemus. Thank you. That makes sense. Now I understand. Now I understand. When you say it that way, it's easy to understand. Alright, guys, what's the best Super Nintendo game? What is the best Super Nintendo game? Slightly cynical and depressed emote. Hey. Okay, I could see that. I see! So that is how you use my emote. Well, that is good. Traductus wins, I understand. That is a good use of my visage. I approve of your usage of my face. I've never tried Simat. Sim-Ant. I've never really messed with any of the other Sim games too much. Super Nintendo SimCity is really good. I mean, like, I would never want to... It's another one of those that's like Maniac Mansion where, like, I would never want to... Like, that's the version that has the best music. So I don't care if you don't have a mouse or whatever. It's the best version because it has the best soundtrack. And I did play the original SimCity on Windows. I played the original one. But you can't beat the Super Nintendo version. There's a prototype for the NES version, you know, unreleased, that also looks like looks pretty fun. I don't know, I should try that maybe. Which also has, I believe those are both Soyo Oko, who did the soundtrack, and it sort of has like a unique soundtrack, a unique Soyo Oko soundtrack, which is pretty good. So it blows PC Sim out of the water, really. I really liked Super Nintendo version of Civilization 1, and based on what I've seen of like videos of the computer version, I'm pretty sure that the Super Nintendo version's all I need. It's got by far the better music. I don't know if the PC version had music. Yeah, Super Nintendo had good ports of these games. And good ports. Under Defeat. What is this from again? Oh, Under Defeat is the name of the game. What the heck? This is a shmup, right? What system is this for again? I don't remember. It's like Dreamcast or something? With numpad? You're right, I don't know that, that's true. Well, it was really fun to play through Civilization 1 on Super Nintendo. Do my little playthrough, get to do the space race. It was fun. His music's really good. I should play Under Defeat, probably. I do need to play more shmups. There's a lot of shmups that look good that I want to play. Some of those can be very hard, as you know. A lot of Genesis shmups that look really cool. Still more Amiga shmups to be played. A lot of TurboGrafx 16 shmups I have not played. But I gotta finish UFO 50. Gotta do more Flipendo. I don't know, I got so much on my list. I'm also feeling, besides Persona 1 and 2, I'm just feeling this urge to play more RPGs. I think it's drawing closer, like, maybe even just like replaying some of the really good RPGs I played before, like Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. Or also playing ones I haven't played before, like the other Star Ocean games, and other Suikoden games. Anyway, I've got to stream. Man, I should do like a marathon of Suikoden games because that would be really fun. I kind of want to do more RPGs. FF Legend, I wanted to, but I'm not going to have time. I do really want to... I will, at some point, eventually, definitely get to the Saga games on Game Boy. The original Saga games, Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3. Definitely got to get to those. Really want to replay those, but I can't do it now. It's not going to have enough Game Boy time. But it's not like I can't do more Game Boy later, after Game Boy is passed. We just have to give Game Boy a little bit of a rest. Saga, the first Final Fantasy Legends, is a game I'm gonna be thinking about coming back to for sure. But I don't know. I mean, like, there's a lot of RPGs that I feel the need to play. I feel like I might do that soon. I don't know. But also PS1 games. Well, those things of course overlap a lot. The time of, like, having to play Persona 1 and 2 is drawing closer. I don't know if that dude's ever going to finish his retranslation of Persona 1, so I think I might just... I love this song, by the way, from Thunderloop. Maybe I should play Thunderloop. I mean, I just a lot of games I want to play. Yeah, there's a lot of RPGs I want to play. Persona 1 and 2 is just something I really want to do for myself. Suikoden would be really cool to do, at least Suikoden 1 and 2, because Skittles is a big fan of those. So that's got to really... And I really want to replay those games. So that would be really fun for multiple reasons. Star Ocean, I don't know if any of our people here are big Star Ocean fans. I am. I mean, I'm a big fan of the second game. I need to play maybe 1 and 3. Those are big, long, meaty playthroughs, though. Well, I'm not sure about 1, but Star Ocean 2... The thing with Star Ocean 2 is... It's the kind of game where I kind of want to... I can't help it. It's so cool. I want to do all of its optional systems. Would I want to do that with 1 and 3? I don't know. I might. It's just something about it where it just pulls me in. Which means those games take longer than usual. You know, actually another question is, if I were to... When I go back and play Suikoden, am I going to try to make sure I get all the people? Like, you can collect people for your army, and there's like 120 you can get. And I think to get every single member requires some advanced knowledge. Like, you have to go into the... I mean, it's not like I'm playing it blind. I've played Suikoden 1 before. But... So, I mean, I probably should go into it I probably should go into it, like, trying, you know, with advanced knowledge, being ready to make sure I get all the dudes. I think it'd be cooler to just, like, do a full playthrough and get all the dudes. With Suikoden 1 and 2. I'm about done. Anyway, I think I'm done with this page. I think I'm done. Let's see. It might be about time to wrap things up, guys. It's also almost 11. All right, so I did this page. Or wait, no, this page was from last week. Not that one. I did this one. I did this one. Alright, so I did this page. And I did this page. A lot of evil old man. Alright. That's it. I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. I think that we'll probably do it then for the stream, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll play a little bit more Game Boy, hopefully. And then Thursday I gotta go to a convention in Tennessee, Lebanon, Tennessee, for a KaiCon. I gotta go do that. Then I'll be back Sunday night. And then the last June Boy stream will be Monday. We'll definitely try to make sure we do a stream on Monday, since that's the last June Boy stream. And we'll almost certainly play Super Mario Land. And then Tuesday... Well, I have another convention the following weekend, Anime Midwest. It's a maybe convention, and it's local. Which means it's much easier, and I could stream more. I don't have to go anywhere. So... Next week, though, we'll probably be catching up on UFO 50 and or Fliptendo. I'm thinking I might do those concurrently. I might do, like a day of Fliptendo and then day of UFO 50, and alternate like that. I think that might actually be a fun and good idea for next month. Next month, there won't be as much streams total because I've got like a few more conventions. It'll be a little bit more conventionized. And then August, I'm going to be gone for most of the month in the Philippines. But doesn't mean I won't stream. I will try to do some streams from the Philippines, as usual. We'll see how that goes. I'm thinking I might try to install OBS on my laptop and like make the stream more proper. We'll see if I can do that or not. And right, honey?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And that means my wife could be on stream as well.
Oh,
Great, because she's such a good partner. Love you too. And yeah, so that's what's coming up in the future. But for right now, it's time to go. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll raid somebody. Let's see. You guys like raids, right? We're not gonna do a fancy raid. We're just gonna do a simple Critter Vision raid. I don't see any critters on stream right now, but I'm sure they're gonna show up any second. So just go check that out, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, to play more Game Boy. I look forward to it. Good night. Later.